Are we on? Are we on? Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Mike Morales. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm here in sweltering San Antonio. That young man out there is
At Metros in Rochester, New York.
Hey, Matt, happy birthday, bro.
Oh, thanks. Happy birthday to you too, Mike.
Thank you. Hey.
Us July birthdays, early July birthdays have to stick together.
Well, all the best people are born in July,
Yeah, especially the first week.
You, me, Tom Cruise, Dan Aykroyd, Lindsay Lohan. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Tom, we love you, man. Hey, it's Sylvester Stallone's birthday. That was today, I think. What day is this? The 6th. Yep.
We know Lindsay watches this show, so.
Yeah, we know Rocky watches this show too. So, all you early July people, and then, all of Scientology watches us too. So, I'm sorry. You take it. Don't want you to kill another computer. Matt's, just for those of you who've been watching our videos, Matt spilled some mezcal the last time on his computer keyboard, and now it's in pieces on his desk somewhere.
That was a bad choice. Bad choice.
Bad choice. But this afternoon, we are going to be tasting and discovering Osadia Reposado. This is a brand new on the scene. You can catch them on Instagram. We know very little about it. We didn't get there's no POS, and you said the website's very sparse on information.
Very sparse. Yeah, there's one sentence about the Reposado.
What does it say?
Our Reposado is currently aging in wood barrels.
That's it?
Good to know. We expect to have the spirit. Oh, this was so they haven't even updated the website. We expect the spirit to have a golden hue and a more subtle, refined character than a Blanco. We look forward to sharing it with you soon.
Well, take a look at it. It's
nice color.
Yeah, and it's almost dark. Like I wonder if they're aging this longer, like 8 months.
Yeah.
Because it's got that really dark color to it. Be aware, folks, if you do get Osadia, that the corks are really very, very tight on these. And we like the Blanco. It's a good, straightforward, solid Blanco. There's with an interest, it's got a nice lime zest on the nose, but it wasn't very complex, which is to say, as Matt said, it probably stand up great to a cocktail. Or if you're in Texas, you want to have that ranch water, that and some Topo Chico and ice cubes, and you can sip on that all day long. So
you can't really get Topo Chico where I am. It's disappointing.
Well, any kind of soda. There's so many. We've had the luxury of tasting this year a lot of ready to drinks. There's 2 or 3 on the market now that are 100% agave tequila and soda water. I know that Topo Chico has been bought kind of like boy, this got some nice legs and tears on this, though.
Yeah, it really does.
Nice
reflectivity too. You can kind of see my overhead light shining up on the top there. So a beautiful shimmer on it.
It's a beautiful color, and that's why it leads me to believe, since we know nothing about the information, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, maybe they're resting at 8 months, maybe even a little bit longer than 6, maybe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful legs and tears, and again, the Blanco was too. It doesn't look like it's got any real glycerin. It's just a clean tequila, beautiful color. I'm using my Stasel Jarrito for mezcal. It's got a wider mouth, and you're using the handy dandy G4.
G4 Glencairn, yep.
Glencairn. I was doing a tasting the other day the other week with Alex, and he got some branded Tequila Aficionado Glencairns. It's like, hey, man.
Hey, yeah, where are the roads for the rest of us?
Well, everybody's reaching out to us because we have no budget for any of that stuff. So if you want to make one for free, right on. Everybody just send us but one of these days we'll have a budget for that stuff, and I'll be able to we'll be able to have that available for you because we are actually good friends with the North American representative for Glencairn. He's been on our open bar and helped us out a little bit with glassware tasting and things like that. So anyway, I love how this looks. It shimmers too. The color on this Reposado. Again, we don't know how long it's being rested. I'm going to say 8 months. I could be wrong. If Osadio's watching this, please tell us.
Yeah.
Fill in that information. And if you tell us, it's too late. So
we'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comments. Yeah. There's still that citrus nose. That's weird.
Yeah. Wow. I get some barrel notes too with it. Some vanilla, maybe. A little bit of oak.
It might just be oak, but I'm getting a nose full of that Blanco, that lime zest, citrus zest. It's almost like it's not masked at all. I was hoping that I'd be getting a little bit more barrel, so the Blanco isn't particularly complex, and so I was hoping for an extra layer of complexity on the aroma, but I'm not getting it.
It's interesting that there aren't as much barrel notes with how dark in color this is too.
Yeah. It's still a nice strong nose. Now and I'm even getting just a hint of alcohol, not a lot, but
yeah, not a lot. I got more on the Blanco, I think.
Yeah, me too. Well, let's dive in, dude, because I can't pick anything else out of here.
Very similar to the Blanco.
I'm a little confused. I was hoping for a little bit more of the wood notes just to add the extra layer of complexity, but it goes down just like the Blanco does.
Mm-hmm.
It might have a
short to medium finish still for me.
Yeah, I think the finish now comes from the barrel because the Blanco had a short to none.
Mm-hmm.
All the action happened in the palate, from mid palate to the rear. I'd get an explosion of, the pepper and things like that. But
I do get a little bit of wood on the finish, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think whatever finish we're getting is from the wood, not necessarily from the plant.
Still get some of those peppery notes on the front.
It's weird. It's like even on the retro nasal, I still get a lot of that citrus.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you the ins and outs on this thing so we know. It's this comes from distillery NOM 1438. That's Destiladora del Valle, where we have wonderful tequilas that come out of there, like Siempre. Gosh, I have a whole list of tequilas that come out of there. Casa Maestri, Naughty Paws, all these wonderful Tierra de Caballos, Zarza, Antonio's Azulejos. Wow, what else? El Serpiente Emplumada. We've had that before, and they make a high proof tequila, which was really excellent. El Reformador, Don Carranza. Some of those names probably are familiar to you folks. Cava de los Morales. We've had that also. It's and then my favorite. It's only my favorite because I love to say it. Sparkle Donkey. And my worst, Shrek, because I can't say that name, with a straight face. We know nothing about pricing. Can we even get pricing on this thing?
I looked in between the Blanco and the Repo, and I could not find anything.
Wow.
Very little internet presence at all.
Yeah, they're like I say, they reached out to us, or we reached out to them on Instagram, and they're fairly new. That's what I'm going to say. I think they're fairly new on the market, If you're watching us, folks, I'm not sure when this video will come out. I'm not sure if it's November, December, because we're booked out that far out ahead. It's been the largest year for entries for our Brands of Promise in 2020, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. This is July for us, and normally July is the beginning of a fiscal year, so we have a lot of brands that can't. It's a train. You can't stop that train. These people have probably been in the pipeline anywhere from 2 to 5 years, and this is when they're supposed to roll out, and they're still rolling out new brands. We're still going to be doing a lot more tastings. We may have to hold back on for 2021 just because we want to make sure that everybody gets a level playing field when we do these tastings. Just the Blanco ballot alone, wait till you folks see that. Crazy. And we've been very fortunate to do all kinds of other agave spirits from Ecuador, from Peru. We have agave spirit, agave distillates from outside the denomination of origin. It's been a really active year for Tequila Aficionado and Brands of Promise. So I think that's the reason why there's just not enough information on there, because they're so brand new. But like I say, I was really hoping for more wood notes. I'm not getting caramel. I'm not getting. What's really dominant is that agave nose, that lime zest, citrus zest. I thought maybe it would, even if the citrus would change with the wood notes from lime to orange. Sometimes the wood will impart some kind of, like an orange blossom or something. But I'm not getting any of that, man.
Yeah.
No, now it's opening up a little bit.
Mine's empty.
Oh, is it? Day drinking. It's what we do.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm actually just you got to let it open up, and it's not there immediately. And like I said, just from the color, I was hoping that it would be a little bit, just a touch more prominent, but it really isn't. And again, Matt, would you use this in a cocktail?
Yeah, I think it could be it has similar properties to the Blanco, right? And if you wanted I would almost use it the same way I would if I wanted the cocktail to look a little darker, but still use tequila. If you wanted to sub out a whiskey, one of the problems when you use a whiskey or a tequila old fashioned or mezcal old fashioned, you would use an aged one. So this could make something neat because it has, more properties of a Blanco, but it looks more like, an aged tequila. So it could make something neat, I think, on that end, and using it in a cocktail in that regard without as much barrel notes to see how that played out.
But see, now that it's opening up a little bit more, and again, I'm using a much wider mouth, I'm getting softer wood notes, but it's like marshmallow. It's like
yeah.
Are you getting that? It's like
what's left in the glass here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweetness,
like a toasted marshmallow.
Perfectly toasted though, not overdone. There's that sweet spot.
Yeah. You don't want to, like the kids that they'll burn the hell out of it. And it's lightly toasted, but it's like a toasted marshmallow. But I got to really dig for it, and I'm surprised because these glasses, the jarritos are really excellent for tequila because you don't, as opposed to Riedels, because in a Riedel I really had to dig in and go into the side, but this one, it's very mellow, and I get it right in the center of the glass. But it's, again, nothing to write home about. So with this, what do you think? The Blanco versus the Repo. Do you think this is do you think it'll hold up with any of the Repos from the Brand of Promise ballot or not? I mean, you're the guy. Man.
Yeah, no, I what I do think, I would like to nominate it for packaging because very classy package.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you. I think the only thing that's missing is
a logo up here. Like maybe like a wood burned logo would be sweet on top.
Yeah, because this right here, if they could look at it, even if they didn't use the wording, but just burn the drop. See how the drop, the agave, that little literally the brand, like a ranch brand. That's what it would look like. The teardrop of the teardrop agave, farm. I don't know.
Very
But,
classy packaging.
yeah, I do. And I'll agree with you. I think the packaging is good. I nominated the Blanco. I think is very worthy brand to promise. But the Repo just, and you know why I'm getting this toasted marshmallow? It leads me to believe the last time I had a toasted marshmallow was in an extra añejo, and it was a blend of American oak and French oak, and it's almost. I wish that they would tell us that,
No.
if it was aged in French oak, I would expect to get more of those notes, but I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
Because French oak is almost unmistakable. Even a used barrel, you're going to get, a really good bouquet out of it. But
one thing we should mention, Mike, on their website, they say at Osadia, tequila is not the only spirit we're passionate about. The entrepreneurial spirit is near and dear to our hearts. That's why we've created the S2 Foundation, which provides scholarships to worthy students interested in pursuing careers, creating and growing innovative, world-changing enterprises. So every time you enjoy a glass of Osadia, we make a contribution to support future audacious entrepreneurs.
So, this sounds to me like this tequila was a project.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like this may have been somebody's project to bring to market, just to study the market and be audacious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then support entrepreneurs. Get yourself a bottle of Osadia, but maybe stick to the Blanco for now until such time that they refine. Maybe maybe it just needs more refinement. I don't know, but I've had one other brand that Eric and I tasted. That beautiful packaging, just gorgeous, but the flavor profiles on all three were really middle of the road. It was almost as if, and the funny thing was, the distillery that distillery that makes that tequila was a small distillery, and should have shown a little bit more of what it's capable of, but didn't. It's almost like they gave the brand owner what they wanted. So, maybe that's what this was in this case. They are being brought up by Platinum Brands in Houston, so this may be, I can't even say that it's bourbon forward because I'm not. I'm not. I can't really. I think the Blanco has a much better chance in the brand of promise category in the Blanco. But if you folks have had it, tell us what you think. When you see this video, put it down on the comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, unless of course you're afraid of commitment. Hit the notification bell so every time we upload a video with Matt's name on it, it'll come up on your phone. Because we have a brand new video coming out every other day, folks. That's how many, not a rerun in the bunch, okay? But you've been sipping, listening, and watching to Sipping Off the Cup on Tequila Aficionado Media. All of our channels. Follow us on anywhere where you happen to hang out. Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want. Instagram. Follow Matt on Instagram. He's really good about, taking pictures of the stuff he's drinking and what he's not drinking.
Yeah.
And, hey, whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.